Hello everyone and welcome back to another vlog. These are a weekly thing in case you're wondering. Every Friday they'll be out, preferably at 9 o'clock, but a lot of the times they'll be late because I need time to do other things. There's going to be a slight change to the channel, but before we get into that, you are currently watching Battlefield 1 gameplay on, I think it's, was it Sinai? No, it's not Sinai, it's, might be Suez, I don't know. You're watching Battlefield 1 gameplay. It's about 20 odd minutes or so of it on Conquest, 64 players on Xbox One. I think it's a really good game, and that links into what I'm saying next. Starting from tomorrow, Saturdays will be when I upload a multiplayer match. It's normally about half an hour of multiplayer. That could be Battlefield 1, Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty, even FIFA Ultimate Team or whatever. It's just going to be a time when I can just upload some multiplayer footage and just talk over it, and you'll see sort of a very natural environment. I'm not trying to talk to a microphone, I'm just sort of playing the game normally. So it's not going to be sort of this sort of thing where I'm talking directly to you. I'm going to be, a lot of the time I'll probably be wearing a headset and talking to other people in the thing. So I'll try and record, I don't know if my capture card can record their voices, but we'll see if it does. And on Sundays, once the channel gets more popular, I will probably start streaming on Sundays that multiplayer game, and you can like play with me, sort of thing.
We have taken objective.
But other than that, Fallout 4 is whenever I want, so that could be released tomorrow at the weekend. I just need to get around to recording it. That's the thing. With Fallout 4, I just got to get around to recording it and putting it up. It's not very well watched. I do it for my own personal benefit because I enjoy playing. I just wanted to do another playthrough of Fallout 4. And I thought, might as well put it on YouTube. Maybe you'll make some money. An extra 20p here and there could be a good help. You can get a Freddo, that'll be nice. But I'm not really doing this for money. I'm doing it because, I mean, what else am I going to do with my free time? I play video games, so I might as well edit them and upload them. I mean, why not? So yeah, there's that. There's going to be a lot of other stuff on the channel. So the FIFA content is going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's when Barnet will be uploaded. Tuesdays and Thursdays. The journey will be every day. So that will be on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and it will be off at the weekends because it will give me a chance to just record a bunch of episodes and have them lined up in a row very quickly to use. In case you're still wondering, these are still ad-libbed. I did, in the last episode, obviously state that I wanted to start writing a script for this, but I really don't have time to do that when I'm trying to write scripts for my other channel because there's still not any content on there, and I really need to sort that out. And I don't like being on camera. It's why I always do this over gameplay. There's a lot of other vlogs. If you watch like Lollujos vlogs, which I recommend you do because he's having some issues. I watched this vlog from earlier. I recommend you go watch it. I'll put a link to it down below. And help him out because he's having some issues with the school of his girlfriend's son. So I recommend you watch that and help him because every little helps in his situation. But enough about a bit of a downer. So yeah, I just really need to write some scripts for that, and I'm trying to do that, and just got to find time in between recording a Football Manager game that runs really slowly because it's running every league in Europe as well as the MLS. You know, also finding time to play all the FIFA games that I need to do, and then also finding time just to enjoy my own life outside of work. Obviously working, cooking, eating. I don't really have a social life at this point, so I need to sort that out. That's why I'm going to Germany this time next month actually. So there won't be a vlog this time next month at the end of July. There'll be a special like 5-day upload vlog on my other channel of my time in Germany. So you can look forward to that. I recommend you go subscribe there if you are a fan of animation on My Little Pony, because that's what that content is. I've mentioned it in like every vlog so far. And every vlog I say, this week there'll be content, and then there's no content, so yeah. Yeah, I'll put a link to that down below as well, to my other channel, because I've got like, a couple of videos in the works, but like I said in the previous video, I don't have Flash, so even though I designed a really terrible OC Earth Pony thing, it's not great, it doesn't look amazing at all. Doesn't even have a cutie mark or anything. Although talking about My Little Pony, they did release the My Little Pony movie trailer on, I'm gonna say Thursday, and it could have been Wednesday in America, but it was like 1 AM on Thursday in England, and it looked really good. So the first show they released, the animation didn't look great. I was a bit skeptic because it didn't look amazing. It didn't look great at all. It looked like a bog standard animated movie. But seeing the latest trailer, I'm sort of really hyped for it. It seems to have a good sense of humour, and it's going to be a really good adventure. And there are rumours it's going to be over 2 hours long, which, you know, I like long movies. I love the Marvel movies. I really enjoyed 4 out of the 5 Pirates movies. The only one I didn't enjoy was Strange Tides, in case you're wondering. And I really enjoy sort of long movies. They're really fun. Star Wars, love Star Wars. So yeah, you know, if it's a long animated movie, it's very hard to do, but it has been in the works seemingly for years. They first announced that they were planning to do one in 2012. It's now 2017, and it's finally here. It's 5 years. It's been in at least pre-production or planning stages. So yeah, looking forward to that. I might put a review out of that possibly at the weekend where I talk over footage, but I don't want to get hit for copyright claims just because I had a screen full of the My Little Pony trailer playing over and over and over and over and over again. So yeah, I need to figure out some way of not breaching copyright while doing it. You have it in the corner, but then you still got to have something else elsewhere, you know. So yeah, there's a lot to think about on that channel. It's a lot more complicated running that channel than it is this channel, where I just record some gameplay footage with a microphone, go into movie studio, chop it up, you know, remove the load screens and stuff, and bring it, you know, to the YouTube. Just upload it to YouTube, make a quick thumbnail on Canva, and it's really easy to do. So yeah, it's a bit harder to do that. But once again, because it's unscripted, I've just remembered something. I did upload a Fallout 4 video.
We have lost objective Charlie.
I'll put it down below, where it just covers the first 12 episodes. So the first, I think, 8 or 9 of the episodes were streamed on Beam, because I didn't have a capture card yet. So they were like an hour long, and nobody wants to watch that. And they're very low quality as well, because it was streamed, so it wasn't perfect quality. Because the later episodes were only half an hour long, and they're obviously higher in quality. But I decided to just make that all into one thing, and now that I've got to a certain point, I won't spoil it. Well, I will spoil it. I got to the point where you killed the guy who kidnapped your son. It's all going to change. It's still going to be half an hour episodes for Fallout 4. It's now going to be, you know, a different, well, it's not a different style. Like, it's still going to be just me playing the game for half an hour and cutting out the load screens. But I do intend to look at the characters to show her being more grizzled and more of a mercenary, because she's been living in the world for a bit longer and it's sort of changed her or whatever. And it is an evil playthrough, so I want to make it a little bit more evil and dark and so yeah, I'll leave a link to that down below so you can watch that. I recommend it. That way you can get straight into episode 13. You don't have to worry about any of the other stuff at all. The first 12 episodes, you can ignore all of those. Yeah. So the Barnet Crew is going well. I did have a recording issue in the last episode, but that was that's probably the best episode because I'm not talking in it. Brilliant. If you're a fan of FIFA, I recommend you watch that, because obviously a lot of people here are here for the Football Manager content. This channel is not just Football Manager. Obviously it is sort of the main focus at the moment, because it's easy to record, but I am having an issue with the recording. So as you probably noticed, the quality is really low, because I'm using NVIDIA Game Share to record it. And even though it's running 60 megabits per second, 720p, 60 frames a second, it is really low quality when I record it. And yet my game runs fine, but yeah, I don't quite understand why. And the hassle of moving the HDMI and the graphics card, because my PC is like hidden away behind, you know, it makes it look like it's just another, you know, drawer or whatever on my massive desk. Whereas the Xbox sits on top with the graphics card and my TV and stuff, so it'd be a real hassle having to bring it in through the wire thing at the back to feed it in. So yeah, not great. Now, well, let's talk about real life. What's happening in my real life? I am doing fine at work. I am currently doing my driving lessons at the moment, so I think I'm about 6 lessons in at the moment. And I don't know, I'm struggling to get the clutch down, so it's a really awkward thing for me, like doing the clutch and the gear, and it's just really awkward. Because in England, unlike in America where you sort of just drive around some cones and they give you a thing, well done, you can drive. It's a really complicated test. You've got to drive on the road, you've got to do everything perfectly, and if you get one major, you failed completely, and you have to do it again, and it costs a lot of money. I don't earn a lot of money, so it's not really a good thing for me to be spending a lot of money on tests when I don't have that money, because I'm not really that into driving. I think it'll be useful to drive, but I'm not like, oh, I must drive right now this instant because I want to get away or whatever, you know. I'd much rather... The problem I have though is that I can't move out until I learn to drive, because where I work is far away from where I live, so I have to get a lift in with my parents, and that's not really what I want, considering I'm 24 years of age. So hopefully I can learn to drive. I think it will take about 15 months. I think by November 2018 I should hopefully be sitting here going, I've passed my test, I can now drive, here's my brand new 57 Chevrolet. It won't be a 57 Chevrolet, yeah, I said that. It'll be like a Ford KA probably. I hate the Ford KA, my mum had a Ford KA for like years, and it was just the worst car ever. Let's see, anything else happening in my real life? Like I said, I'm going to Germany in July. I will be vlogging that on my other channel because I'm going to GalaCon. That should be really fun. I'm going to GalaCon with my birth father. I live with my stepfather here. And that should be fun, I guess. I'm really looking forward to it. There's a lot I want to do in Germany. So, unlike a lot of other football fans, I generally don't take a big interest in European football that much. You know, I don't care about the Champions League or the Europa League that much. I only really watch the finals, or if there's a big game on, like the Manchester United Liverpool game in the Europa League last season. But I don't have BT Sport either, so you know, I was lucky I was on a cruise going around the Middle East at that point, and it was just on one of the TVs, so I could sit down and watch it. So generally, for me to take more of an interest in European leagues, I generally choose a team to follow. You know, and I don't, you know, oh yeah, I'm going to go to every match. I'd like to go to one match, that would be really nice. So I'll take you through those now. So in Germany, I happened to, a couple seasons ago, I think it was about 4 or 5 seasons ago, I chose VfB Stuttgart. I think they just won the league at the time, and I thought, oh, okay. Normally it's Bayern who win the league, so you know, I'm going to choose Stuttgart. They seem like a good team. Obviously, they're in 2 Bundesliga last year, but still managed to follow them on Twitter and get match updates and talk to people on Reddit about it. And you know what? I'm glad I chose Stuttgart because they've gone through some shit, and you sort of get a better insight when you're actually following them on social media and stuff. Now, I don't consider myself a Stuttgart fan, but I follow them anyway. In France, I follow Clermont Foot Vert. Obviously, they're in the Ligue 2. Once again, it's more of just I follow them on Twitter situation rather than, and Facebook and stuff, rather than anything else. In Italy, I didn't start following Italy till last season, and I thought, oh, Pisa, that sounds really lovely, and then they got relegated to the Serie C. So now, my interest in Italian football is the 3rd tier. So that's good for me, you know. I'm taking an interest now in the 3rd tier of Italian football with Pisa, which is interesting because I chose them at the beginning of the season, and this October I might possibly be going to Pisa. So if they're playing at home, I might try and get a match and possibly vlog it to put on this channel here. So you might be able to look forward to that. That would be fun. I feel, you know, I've never been to Italy, I've never been to an Italian football game, but from what I hear, their stadium, if you sit in one of the stands, you can actually look at, and the Leaning Tower of Pisa is literally really clearly in the distance, like quite large as well. Like it's only like half a mile away. Then there's no obstruction between the stadium and the tower, so that would be interesting. Hopefully I could get a ticket in that stand if I did go to Pisa in October. And in Spain, I chose Valencia. I chose Valencia when I was like 6. They were the first European team that I really followed, but I didn't really follow them at that point. I just happened to get a Valencia teddy bear when I was 6 from, like, you know, a car boot sale, and I loved it. It was great, and so I followed Valencia and have been following them ever since. In terms of Swiss football, I actually follow a Liechtenstein team in FC Vaduz. I first fell in love with FC Vaduz in, I think it was FIFA 09, the first season they had in the FIFA games at all, and yeah, I saw that. I thought, man, Liechtenstein team, that sounds really awesome. So I started following them, but getting to Liechtenstein is hard. I've always wanted to go to Liechtenstein ever since I was like 13, 14. I was like, oh, wow, there's a country just in between all these mountains. That's awesome. So yeah, that's the team that I follow there. It helps me keep an interest in Swiss football, but Basel just win it all the time. Though one of my FM in my journey save, when I was looking for a job. If you haven't watched my FM thing, yes, I just resigned from FC Smorgon. I've been looking for a job obviously since I recorded that episode, and Young Boys actually beat Basel to the title this year for the first time in like 10 years. Basel have not won the title. They went to BSC Young Boys, so that's good. So that's why I should go check out my journey save, because it's getting pretty intense now. But yeah, I have that couple of teams around Europe, and it just gives me a reason sort of to follow that league. Generally, I came across them through FIFA or Football Manager, or for some reason or other, I've decided to support them. I haven't just like looked at a map and gone, boop, that team. You know, like the reason why I chose Clermont-Ferrand there was because they appointed, what was it? I think it was Helen Costa and then Corian Diacre, and I was like, oh, that's a really good thing. Like, I didn't take any interest in French football until that point. So even though when I went to Paris back in April I bought a PSG shirt, you know, I much rather have had a Clermont foot shirt. But yeah, other than that, there's still probably a couple of minutes left of this video, but I'm struggling now with things to talk about. So I'm going to leave it here. Just enjoy now the unfettered gameplay, and enjoy that. I'll see you later. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Follow my Twitter at LuckySparks1393, and I will see you later. Bye bye.
You want me to patch you up?
We have lost objective apples. We have an armored train en route. Our armored train has arrived.
First aid! Use it!
We are losing. We have lost objective apples.
Objective lost! Get out the man!
We have taken objective Edward.
Good news! We've taken the objective!
We are losing objective Edward.